Oh, I think this is what it was. It's like it gets coded into your DNA, and you keep upgrading, but sometimes the model itself gets discontinued. So it's like, let's just use somebody young and somebody old. Somebody old might be like, I can't believe, I don't understand how to do that stuff. Well, because it's past their time, right? Where it's like the new person came in with that upgraded DNA from that old person's work, what they had laid down, right? So it's the idea of like, let's just take like a telephone, right? So you are running on a telephone, and that's such an amazing thing that you've integrated and upgraded into that new reality of using a telephone that's attached to the wall and you have to dial it. And it's just a beautiful thing, and you continue to grow, and that's a great machine that continues to evolve. Well, by the end of that vehicle's lifetime, that bodysuit, that telephone, it's no longer relevant. Now they don't even need to be attached to the wall. Now they don't even need to be this or that. Like, it has just evolved. And it's like that old telephone can't turn into an iPhone, right? Like it can't, it's too big of a leap. And it's like, it almost has to die off. So the soul can pop into a new vehicle with the upgraded system into the iPhone now. And so it gets an upgrade, but it still has the lessons to learn. It still has the basics to learn. And so we can also seemingly have, so if you're still the old telephone in the iPhone world, you could be like, God, things are just so much harder now. Right? We all tend to do that for something. Oh God, things are so much harder now. Or these poor kids. No, not these poor kids. No, things aren't harder now. We're telling ourselves the wrong thing, first off. But secondly, it's nothing to them, right? Like, it's normal for them. It seems challenging for you or overwhelming for you and faster for you because we're used to a slower time, a slower pace, a slower whatever. And we're deeming that all as better, right? And there's pluses and minuses to everything, because I sure the fuck could argue that it's better, slower, and simpler. But that's my preference, you see? And so it still doesn't change the fact that we all have a job to do, which is to fully love and honor ourselves and learn that lesson and learn all those lessons that encompass that. And so it doesn't matter your preferences, it matters your heart's desire, which is to honor the soul's journey. And I still don't think I'm fully getting out everything they're showing. It is quite challenging to verbalize. It's more or less, it is like you come in with whatever coding you come in with, and it serves you until it doesn't, until it's almost like your coding is now so out of date that it's time to take you out of that vehicle. That vehicle has expired, but it's really even expired in this lifetime. And so it's now really painful for you to be in this lifetime with that such out-of-date vehicle. So then you expire and go into the next vehicle. And you're like, fuck, is this a great upgrade? Fantastic. Like, oh, holy shit. But again, that doesn't change your need. I was going to say need for speed, need for still getting it, right? So I think they're showing that too. It's like we can also get disillusioned by that newness that we forget why we came in, which is kind of like what happens every lifetime, right? Because you come in forgetting and thinking you're fresh each time, only to then at some point remember, and it's like you begin again where you left off last time, just in the soul progression, right? Just in the integration of the learning of the lessons. I don't think any of these came out as well as you want me to. I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm disappointing them with these last few because I am jumping all over, and I'm not able to pick up everything they're putting down. I'm not able to understand it all. And I'm not able to translate it nearly quick enough this morning. So there's all that. And then I feel like I need to go backwards because there was something else I had that smacked me I was out having lunch yesterday, and oh, you know what's funny? You know how I don't really drink, but I was like, you know what? I'd really like to have a glass of wine, and I'd really like to have like a nice poke bowl. And so I'd gone to this restaurant I like, and I didn't really even look at the menu. I knew they had a poke bowl, and I knew they had a Chardonnay that I like. And I don't know my wine at all because I never drink. And but I know I like a nice Chardonnay. And so I didn't even read any of them. I just saw there was one that was like on a specialty menu that was more like, highlighted. It's like, oh, I'll take the Chardonnay and I'll take the poke bowl. And when he came out with these, it was like 3 wine on a thing. You know how like sometimes they'll give you like taste testers, and I was like, oh, what is this? Which is just comical for me because I don't drink. So it was like, I can't drink all that. And it wasn't even necessarily 3 full glasses of wine in that if I just ordered one of the 3, it was like 3 different versions for me to try. The individual one would have been a bigger pour, but they weren't small pours either, is what I'm saying, right? There's certainly more than I would drink. It was probably equivalent to probably 2 glasses of wine, right? I was going to say 1.5, but no, I bet you it was equivalent to 2 glasses of wine. And anyway, in drinking that and reading my book, and totally relaxing, and of course that whole process took a while to get through. Something did smack me and I wrote it down. So I'm going to try to find it and I'll record it. You'd think, you know what, maybe that's why. I was going to say, you'd think I was drunk right now. It's the next morning and this is what happens. This is why I'm so slow. This is why. That's right. That's funny. I forgot. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.